Hello everyone, welcome back to Can of Wormholes. Last time we finished saving all of the rockets and then we came and unlocked this mystical realm over here. 24 levels, we've solved the first 2. We can't reach the head control room of this space yet, but we're just going to start working from the back upwards. Let me just go back to here 1 second. Can I see anything on these TV screens? Just barely, but there's no way I can make out what's on that bottom one. Top one, worms around trees become trees and worms. With this room has the main menu music. And then this one doesn't. But we are going up to here next. And we'll see what's going on in this puzzle. Okay, no wires to worry about. Great big back passage on the left-hand side. One fence. It might be a head cutting off level by the looks of this thing. It might be a get up on the roof by the looks of this thing. We're just going to have to remember everything that we have learned. We eat this, then we can do... God, what can we do? Well, we can do... Not that. Oh, God. We can do that, which would let us drop a dot in there, which is about the same thing as having eaten the dot, I think. So when we roll there, we exist exactly over the hole. How would we do it in a way that gets a tip down the hole? That cuts another piece, or the same piece of tail off. That lets us roll underneath ourselves. There's a fence here. We could either cut ourselves on the fence. We could push our tail up on the fence. Oh, we might need to... Yes, that's it. Or that might be it. We do that. And then... that. And then... hold on. That. And then not that. That gets that there. That gets our tail upwards. But I can't roll. Could I do... No, I can't do that here. There we go. Okay. So, that gets us up on top. Then what? Now that we're up here, what are we doing? I want to cut a too long piece of my head off to go in that gap. But once I do that, I don't know that I will be able to get back up there. Because I can't move through this. So I think we have to fill in the passage along the back somehow. If I do this... it would have to be... That makes me 3 long. guess I only want be too long when all is said and done. But this is too long to be used functionally in this hole. Because I can also push that down there. I can push this down here. That lets me get that far through. But now that I've done this, I can't get back up on the roof again. We've also not used this to any effect yet. No idea what that's for. That gets that gap in the center of those to be too long. But this doesn't feel right at all. Alright, get me back to when I was on the roof. Because that pit in the middle of the first section clearly indicates that I need to be on the roof at some point. And it's easier to go through a bunch of rewinding than it is to recreate the steps to get up here. Can I do this with this guy higher up? As in one further to the right, rather. This makes me too long, but I can't get up to the top. Alright, reset me. I did this to get to where I wanted. And then I had to do that. Which gets me upright to get up onto the top. I can't roll that out. And now I'm on top again. Apart from cutting my head off, which would look like that, if I could then roll my head... Ooh, ooh. So, a mechanic that we've not used an awfully large number of times, but is a mechanic, is if I were to put that there, or even put that there, then bring this down, I can get out of here. That's good. Then I can cut my body again. So if I can make the ring, as I was just talking about, and roll it onto here, if I get my ring onto that dot, I can make a too long piece on the other side of the walls. So now my question becomes, how could I get back up to the roof whilst having visited the opposing side? Well, if we do this and this and then that, this, how could I cut a piece off of me that is above this rather than below it? Because that piece, I can't move anymore. I can't move either of those pieces. That makes my tail longer. That makes my tail longer. Can't move through there. If I do this, without another piece to eat, I can't get taller again to get back up over the top. And the only way I can cut my head off is if this were... Ooh, okay, we're getting somewhere. So if that dot was at the top there, we would be fine. So, what did we do to get here? We take 2 long pieces from my body. But to do that, I need that to be... higher. Because it has to be high for me to get in here. So, I'm currently holding it in midair. And then it drops. But I don't think I can manipulate it in any other way. Maybe that's not a problem. Maybe once I've done this, I can bring this back round. That lets me get down. That gives me a 2 long piece. That 2 long piece can go to there. That lets me cut my head off. That gets me to this. Gets me to there. I love this game. 3 down. This is a tiny looking puzzle, which in part has me terrified. Far fewer places to hide with a puzzle like this. Right. First thing I'm suspecting is going to be a Z-shape roll. Right, so... not like that. How was my brain envisaging this exactly? I want to cut my body to make a dot on the inside of this whole thing, I think. How would I do that? Also, is there a piece of fence on the side of that there? You see it on the right-hand side? Or, oh no, that's just like the C shape where the wire comes in, isn't it? Because the fences are pointy, but those are like half of an octagon. Alright, that seems possibly hopeful. If I put that there now, that breaks out of that. So close. So close. Can I do whatever this cut was? 1 higher? Not really. That breaks it. I can turn around with this, which is certainly something. The level is a mirror image through the center line vertically, so that's not going to be a difference maker. So this was here, making that. And so we need to be... Oh, what shape did I have it in? What shape was I that I made the single piece as well? Oh, itchy nose. Oh, could we do the same thing but at the top? So rather than breaking out the fence at the bottom, we break out the fence at the top. That would make a lot of sense, wouldn't it? So we just have to remember what shape was I in when I got the cut. So fortunately, the whole game, even through resets, will remember. So I can use my own reference point from a second ago. Which was... Come on now. Show me the money. There. So, the cut was made in this worm shape. So it's a C shape leading up to the bottom. So if I do this and then make a C shape leading up to the bottom, but the other way around. So is it this? No, it's going to be... God. Oh. Brain. Why can't you mirror an image? Oh, have I gone past? No, it's this. So we're coming in. We're backing up so our butt's in the top right corner and then coming across. So it's is that. And then I can bust out of that fence and finish. Right. This is the first one of the levels where you really go, what on earth is actually happening here? I need to be... I think that's... Yeah, that is 4 long at the back. Alright, reset me. I think we have to eat one of these to start. And I can knock that out of the way. Except... what are the fences at the end doing is the real thing that my brain doesn't know. I guess they're stopping me from pushing that worm up or down off of that cliff edge. The turning circle is going to be the really tough part, I think. So getting past this guy is going to be the real trick, because we have to be... we go to this. To walk around it, we need to have... we need to eat the last one on the right, I think. So I can eat... oh, God. This one. and then get around there somehow. Also, I don't know why this one is here at the back. It seems superfluous, but it might not be at all. In fact, we should probably give it a go eating that one first. But getting to there is a loss because that top worm cannot go in. But I don't think I can do this if I eat these worms or eat these dots prematurely. There was a dot there. I could use this. Push it off. That's good. So with that in place, I'd need to do that, but further to the right. And I'm guessing I couldn't do that with just 3 of me. Just 3 pieces of me. So it's kind of how much stuff can I knock off the edges and where. Those 2 going in there seems like a given. Then that can go down, which gets me nothing else here if I don't eat the 4th one first. But I could make that one the 4th one that I eat. And then with that done, I can push that one off. And can I push this last one off using the islands I now have? Because I can't make the step over to get ahead of the 2-piece worm there. I think we're closer. I just need the right order of operations for getting that last one out of the way. I want the islands to be as far to the right as possible. So those 2 going in there. Then that goes. That goes. Is this exactly what I just did? Feels exactly what I just did. Because I am 1 short of getting to where I want to be. If I were to come in this way, I can't get back onto dry land ahead of trying to back out onto that one. So I think that's what we're trying to achieve here. Just, is that the order? Because I can't eat the one on the far right. And I can't push those other ones down. That's certainly, almost certainly not what I want to do. So I can eat that one. Then I know I can push that one back, and I get to this same kind of staircase pattern of dots that I've done twice before. But without some kind of leverage further out, I can't poke that last dot. I wonder if I have to do more on one side to make a bigger island out on one side of the whole thing. So we do 2 of those. Eat one of these. Push that out. The problem becomes the other side one has to be in the opposing direction of this. So that has to go that way because it's the only way I can stand on the 2-piece that I've already put in play. If I were to do this here, I can do that one there, and that one there, and that one there. That's actually really interesting. So I'm now 4 long. Can I get around this guy if I eat all of them? That gets me to there. And then that one lets me push that down. That lets me push that down. That lets me push that down. But then I become unstuck here, because the gap is too big. So why do I suddenly have loads of capabilities of pushing them off individually when I've done one? Because I've eaten this one first. And then that becomes that one. That becomes that one. Then this becomes that one. That lets me over. Nice. So did we start over here today? Is that like 3 puzzles in 27 minutes? Not my fastest, but given the late gameness of the content, I'm certainly not mad about it. And knowing that this will certainly take me more than 2 minutes to do the next puzzle, I will say thank you ever so much for watching. I'm sorry for the slightly slower pace, but it's all about the thought process and the journey on how we get there. For now, thank you ever so much for watching. If you enjoyed the series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, you can put those down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.